You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong. Yeah, you better step into the light, just give it a try. Think that it's time you let that spark out. You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. And who cares if you might mess it up? You're stronger than the others think. And who cares if you might mess it up?
Hello, hello, my lovelies. This is your fairy book mother coming to you live from Korfos, Greece, where life is good. And this is Works in Progress, where we're talking about work and life in general. And I have with me today, as always, my partner in crime, aka Jan Pimvisat, Europe's #1 tantric master and love and relationships expert. I nearly did it without the eyebrows. I'm getting close. So lovely.
Hi,
How have you been this week? How have you been this week?
Oh my gosh. I feel amazing. Especially last week that we have, the program with you, the book summit, the Power Book Summit, 5 days. It was the most beautiful experience I have ever had in 5 days time. So thank you so much. And we're looking forward for today.
Lots of progress was made.
Yes.
And we have with us today, we have Karolina Gumkowska.
Yes.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Welcome, Karolina.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for inviting me. I was almost crying when I saw the beginning. I saw the song and then it looks so nice.
Awesome. So, my lovely, what have you been up to lately?
Lately, so many things. I don't even know how to start. Is a lot of things going on, but mostly I'm focusing on searching for a new job, for a new challenge. Exactly. It's to make the long story short, I lost my job in the Corona time due to Corona, and to be honest, I was sad for 2 days about it because it's not very cool to be a single mom of two, a jobless single mom of two living in a foreign country in Switzerland. It can very easy overwhelm and can take the joy of life away. But then I was thinking, it's just somebody's personal point of view that I didn't match, and I was the first to go. Anyway, the company had to restructure and had to find themselves in the difficult times. Then okay, that was their solution, and that's only somebody's opinion about me. And I'm much more than somebody's opinion because I make my reality and I make what I want to be, right?
Woohoo!
Yeah, go girl. We have to give you a Jan dance.
Congratulations. Wow. That's the most beautiful story I have ever heard from the last 3 weeks.
Then it takes some strength, and adjustment. Yeah. But I just told myself that, I don't benefit from being sad and thinking about the supposed to be a failure of losing a job. It was the first time in my life, something like that. I was always the great student, and I never fail, and then something like that, boom. But not really for my benefit to think about that and put myself down, right?
Mm.
Then the way how it works nowadays, you have to reinvent yourself. You have to think, where do you match in the market, because things are changing, right? And
Always.
the jobs, and as we know them, they are really gone, to be honest.
What do you mean gone? The job is gone. What do you mean?
It's like
We kind of lost Karolina.
So it looks like we lost Karolina. Which seems
Yeah,
to be
I think-
frozen. Hopefully, Karolina will be able to drop back in and join us. And so
Absolutely.
Karolina's talking to us about taking a different approach to job search in Corona time. So while we hope and hope that Karolina, I'm just going to take the frozen picture off the screen for a moment. While we hope that Karolina gets back in to join us,
Yes.
let's just think about what did you have to change during Corona time?
For me is wow. I feel wow, what I had changed a lot, especially last 2 years. You know, I feel calmer, more realistic, and also find more peace in my life. That's a huge difference before and after that. Everything happened for some reason, and to let go things that what I have here around, or whatever I have in physical, just let go, let it be, and enjoy the moment. Enjoy every moment, every single moment of our life, and bring so much value to help and also support other, and give me, that give me so much joy, and realize this is something that call fulfillment, that finally you find your potential, why you are in this world, why you are here in this world. And that's I think, I want to thanks to Corona, to give me this
So we
realization.
is that because you were stuck at home and not able to go anywhere? Was it the being at home that made you slow down and take stock and make those changes? Do you think were there other aspects to it? What
Yes.
about Corona made things change?
Yes, that's also one of the reasons that I found my life is more at ease and peace, and let go, and of course, be going to stay home. We can travel here and there, a little bit from here and there, close to where we live. But the other thing in personal growth is I realize that I have been so hurried. I want many things go faster, reach my goal faster, and I run from this after that, and now I setting down, like I be able to trust in the timing, and also trust in the universe. Whatever happened in the last 2 years is meant to happen, right? It's meant to happen. And we have learned from different situation, different kind of people that come into our life, and also goals. They They leave us, and I feel, oh my God, thank you. You come into my life to give me some lesson, and then you also go, thank you, and let you go. And because you really see that what happened, and if you still with somebody that really not really alive with your desire and your potential, it's kind of draining. It's kind of, that's not right. But in that moment, you don't
you can.
even think about that. You not even realize, not even notice. But now when they go, I say, oh, wow. And then you look into little detail. Wow, that is supposed to be,
Yeah.
And that is the great gift from Corona. I want everybody to see that
Awesome.
gift. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Corona for me was a little bit weird compared to everybody else's, because at the start of Corona, I was working with 5 clients on their books, and I was talking. There's always people sort of talking and lining up, and they're coming through the pipeline, as you say, and they're getting ready to start work. And I was working with 5 clients, and then all the lockdowns were announced. And on the Tuesday, I was working with the 5 clients. Lockdowns were announced, and I suddenly started getting all these emails from people saying, I can't go to work now, I may as well get on with my book. And by the end of the week, I was working with 9. And so I kind of went in the opposite direction to most people. The start of Corona and all the lockdowns and everything, for me, everything went completely insane, because I went to working with practically double the amount of clients that I'm used to working with, and I'm very happy working with 5 clients at a time. It's a nice manageable number, and everybody gets their share of my attention. And suddenly I'd go like, where am I going to fit them all in? And so my first few months of Corona, I got these people through the books, and it kind of started to feel like a conveyor belt, just getting through and out the door, and get somebody's book finished and out the door, so that I can get back to 5. So I had a slightly different experience than a lot of people, but yeah, and I was already working at home, so it didn't really make that much difference to me, the not going anywhere, because permit. It looks like you might have Karolina back now. I'm going to try and add Karolina to the stream and see.
Yes.
Hey,
back.
Hello.
I just saw
Yay.
it just broke down, and I had to wait when it connects. I hope it's fine now.
It's good. This
is it's the thing that we've all come to accept, though. But I think this is another Corona symptom, or benefit, if you like, depending which way you look at it, is that before Corona, if you were on a network event like this, or if you were on a Zoom call or something, and if you're presenting something and somebody's internet dropped out, and the person disappeared, it would be like, what are we going to do? First of all, the panic would be so much more, because it never happened to any of us, or very rare. And there was also an aspect of, well, why? How can you let that happen? Why is this happening? Whereas now everyone's like, yeah, it's just the internet dropping, they'll be back. Let's just carry on until we're back. So you were telling us, Karolina, about the impact of coronavirus on your life. And so, other than losing the job, I mean, we've just been talking about the impact outside of the job. So, other than losing the job, which obviously was completely beyond your control, what sort of impact did Corona have on your life?
It was crazy, because I was still working for the company, and then I was working for this shorter time of work, which was in Switzerland, support from the government for the companies. But I as well had kids at home, and they were running around, and we were expected as parents to provide an education for them, and try to school 5 and 9 year old, and try to
Wow.
keep them away, and the teachers are sending you pages and pages what you have to do with them. And yeah, and you hear, mom, you're not that good teacher as my teacher, huh? I want to go back to school. And then in the same time you're trying to make lunch and connect for you, for your task, to your job, and do your things. And it was crazy. It was crazy time at the beginning, but then it was only for a couple of weeks, because in Switzerland the kids went to school back in May after 3 months, and it was much easier. But anyway, in Corona, when we were working from home, it's you lose all this connection with people, and not only those little coffee breaks and lunches, but as well, you are not sitting in the open space when you can hear all the conversations between people, and you can inform yourself about, in between the lines, and in their conversation about what's going on in the company, or already hear about the project. And in the way to have a communication working in the company, you have to call somebody, right? You have to make a meeting.
Yeah.
You are losing this background noise
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Understand.
I think that one thing that taught us, maybe I hope the companies as well and the management, that how important is the communication,
Hmm.
how important is even to over communicate
Hmm.
with employees, because we all want to be on the same page. We sometimes, you have family, and we are working more from home, and you are distracted, and then you need to make more breaks, because it is like that. You have to make break
Hmm.
for cooking, you have to make break for this and that. It's all doable perfectly, but they need to take under consideration that working from home, it's something else.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Hmm.
its communication aspect, it have to be improved. This is what I see and I hear as well, because now when I'm looking for a job, I as well talk with the managers, and with the head of departments during my
Yeah.
interviews.
Yeah.
I have this new approach that I actually learned from my mentor. And I interview as well them. I interview person who is interviewing me.
Hmm.
I'm asking them questions. I'm asking them, how would you like that your department looks in the perfect situation, that you have a magic wand and you don't have to worry about money or anything. And how do you imagine that? And then they are opening up and telling a lot of interesting things. And in that way, we can see what are the plans, what are the expectations, and that's a really good way to understand as well an organization. Then, if I could give an advice, if somebody's looking for a job, is to don't be afraid to ask questions.
Hmm.
Don't be afraid to ask as well the person who is interviewing you, because you want to know how is there, you want to know how they are, if you're matching, because very
Mhm.
often it's much more important the person that you work with than even what you will be actually doing there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And as
Hmm.
well,
And do you think there's a power shift towards the job seeker then? Do you think the job seeker now has more freedom to ask these questions? And do you think, are you seeing evidence that employers are shifting away from looking at the amount of time that you spend and trying to control how and when you work, towards focusing on the actual outcomes and achievements that you get for them? Is that what you're seeing in the market?
yes, I see that, and I would like to enforce it actually by doing this, because it's it's a big competition as well. not only people who don't have a job like me are looking for new opportunities, but as well people who are not happy from that how their job looks now. Then the job market is very crowded, and there is plenty of specialists that they can cherry pick, but there are very good people. There is a big competition, and you have to kind of be outstanding from the crowd. But you have to as well think that you have a power in your hand, right? Because you are a brand, you are a product somehow, right? You are representing something. You have to value yourself and your skill, and that's your power. And when you go for this interview, like you said, a little bit of power is shifted as well to you, and it comes. You can as well be a director of this interview, because it's given and taken, right? It's better to know what are you stepping into, instead of having another job that you will be staying 1 or 2 years, and then you'll be not happy all this time. Then you can always ask for, how do you imagine the perfect setup in your department? Or I as well ask question, what is your the best experience with the best ever employee you had? Can you give me a feedback? How do you imagine the best employee you would like to have? And last time when I asked this question, I get 2 pages of explanation, and it was actually it was brilliant.
Wow.
Excellent.
And it really helps, because you
And can I just
really
turn
see
it
too much.
round to you now, Karolina, then? If we can just ask you the magic wand question. If we gave you the magic wand to find the dream job, what are you actually looking for? What qualifies as the dream job?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you. It's I just want to be myself in my job, and you know me quite well, and you named me gay once a cat herder, right? It is
Absolutely.
it is funny, but it's reality. It's who I am. I'm a project manager and an engineer by education, and this will always be with me. And I'm an organizer and a strategist and a structure builder. And then I am getting questions because I'm looking for a job in a startup or a smaller company where I can help to structure and bring some safety and security and order, because we know that too much chaos, it's no good. So a certain amount of chaos is helpful. Then I'm getting questions how
The
me
chaos. I'm sorry to disrupt. So I think chaos is good, because therefore you have a job to do to help you to get things clear, to manage the chaos.
because I as well love Marie Kondo, if you know her. She's fantastic. She's helping people to organize their homes, and
Wow.
and me, I am the Marie Kondo of projects. Then I don't bring order just for the sake of an order. I believe that if you organize things and if you have them in the certain amount of order, that you can have your ideas easier and you can have much more creative ideas, because this is how I feel that it's helpful for people. And I as well
Definitely.
I test it in many ways. People feel more calm and more clear in certain order and certain organization. Of course, you can drag it too much, then it's just organization for the sake of organization. But that's not what I bring. I want to have the right amount for the certain organization. Can be less, can be more. And I'm just looking I'm looking for a place where I can bring clarity, because I'm a clarity giver.
Wow, I love it.
I, I
Woohoo!
I bring as well simplification. I know that there are many difficult concepts and many difficult ideas, and sometimes it's just this, unrealistic mess, even in the ideas or concepts. And I can easily see here and there, and I can help to structure this in the way that we can move forward. That's my superpower and my talent that I would like to use.
Wow, absolutely. Whoa, that's powerful. What you're sharing. Yes, give applause to yourself, Carolina. You're a great gift. You are so great into this world. So I have a question for
Yes.
you, Carolina. For example, that I am a small business owner, right? My business chaos. So how can you help me to manage that?
Yeah.
What you want? What is your uh, purpose? And also, what is going to be in exchange? If people want to reach out, people like me want to reach out to you, what they're going to expect from you?
Yeah. Um, First of all, I would have a conversation with you to understand where are you, right? What do
Mm-hmm.
you have? What do you know? What 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 we are talking about actually? What is your business about? I will have to understand very well everything. What is your offer? What is your customer base? Do you have customers paid or you don't have customers paid? And so on and so on.
Mm.
When I will know that, I will take you for another meeting after I process all of this,
Mm-hmm.
just to see and go with you through certain level of business plan,
Mm-hmm.
just to see, what are your costs, what if that has sense, right? If you are not underpricing yourself,
Mm.
what is your marketing efforts, how does it work, if what how is your vision, what is your mission, what
Yeah.
is your unique value proposition, and so on and so on and so on. When we will know that, I will be very easy to identify the areas which you could make an improvement, and then I could easily propose you how to go from there, because I as well could invite some friends to support me, to have
Mm-hmm.
like a bigger overview, bigger picture of this, and
Mm-hmm.
then we could see the right way for you.
Mm.
Because people are reaching out because they are missing out something. The business
Mm.
is like not going the right direction, or they need order, or they are just not progressing. And there is always something there. There is always a reason. But
Mm.
very often they don't see themselves, because they
Mm.
are not specialists from everything. And
Mm.
they just having blind spots.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with you.
it's hard
But
to see the problems in your own business, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
when you're so close that
Mm.
exactly.
somebody from the outside could say you might want to rethink this,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you're in
Yeah.
it, it's oh,
Yeah.
I can't see the wood for the trees thing. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's better have your team that they are different kind of people and also in different kind of geniuses
Yeah.
together in organization, because to be honest, you might maybe good in one thing, it doesn't mean
Exactly.
you can do everything, and I think it's the most important that we can um, work together and bring out, in this way we can bring out the most of your geniuses and your talent into one organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every company have you know uh, the team and the organization that need to be really managing. So, for example, the owner themselves, maybe they can good in in their expertise and experience, knowledge, wisdom, whatever you can call.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they can manage their uh, cold lead or warm lead, or manage the database, for example. So
Yeah.
you need team, you need people in your organization.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe that as as entrepreneur, as you both are, you should
Yeah.
have a certain way of understanding of all the areas of your business.
Mm.
But it's just in the way, and just for in order to be able to, even when you hire somebody, that you know what you're thinking, what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
It's very important as well, a marketing side and the sales side
Yeah.
nowadays. And for the marketing, the knowledge about the LinkedIn, or the knowledge about the social media channel, you can outsource this, but you as well want to have certain knowledge about it.
In the ground.
Mm.
It's just easier. It's just easier when you know how it works. Even if you want some content and you want to work with Gail, you
Yeah.
have at least some kind of shape that you
Uh-huh.
can give to
Absolutely. My life is easier.
her.
I feel more at ease and peace because of Gail is work together with me.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Caroline, I love that. I love that you, yeah, many entrepreneur, many business owner need a person like you, and not only your talented and also your expertise, but it's also your in your passion, your passion that want to help, and you so clearly with your with your niche, with your things.
Yeah.
You're not going to go around, but this is my thing, I want to do that, I continue to, even I lose the job, I don't care. I want to do exactly what I want to do, and
You
that's what
know,
I love about it.
I was doing many things in my career. I was a project manager, a program manager, account manager. Oh, I did my MBA, and I just have a general knowledge which I can really support, kind of very in general way. But as well, I have my structure and my specialization in the project management.
Hmm.
But
It's definitely the project warrior.
exactly, it took time as well to get there. It took
Yeah.
some time, and I think
Yeah.
the most important for me is that I don't like waste. I don't
Mm.
like waste in any kind. And when I see that people, they don't progress with their idea or with their business because they don't know how, they don't feel powerful, they just scared, then for me that's a waste. That's just a
Mm.
waste of talent.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely.
And it's
Absolutely.
not, for me this is the main thing. Because of that, when I see a good initiative and a company which I could support, I always look at the purpose of the
Mm.
company. Then I'm just in for it. No waste, doesn't matter, recycling, food, talent,
Very
no
nice
waste.
to have people. That's a good tip for today. I love
So,
that.
as Jang was saying, if somebody wanted to contact you, wanted to discuss their business with you, and wanted to work with you,
Mhm.
what is the best way for them to get hold of you?
The best way to inform themselves is as well about my background. It will be LinkedIn profile.
Mm.
It's just Karolina Gumkowska. I can type it somewhere. I don't know, or you want me to type it, or you can
We
put
can
it.
put it into the
Yeah.
comments
Yeah,
on
exactly.
YouTube when we
Then
finish. We just drop it into the comments.
perfect. Then LinkedIn is the best way because it's the most professional and informative way to get in touch. And I'm there. I'm there at least 3 hours per day. Don't worry.
I am definitely going to reach out to you, Karolina.
Perfect.
So are you looking specifically for people who you want to work with? Are they going to be only the businessmen, entrepreneurs, or they are female or male or company? What is small, medium, large? What is your what you're looking for?
I'm not looking for crazy big companies. I'm coming from the corporate world, and now I would like to use, all the knowledge and all the experience to support smaller organizations and smaller companies, entrepreneurs, the same. People, for me, the most important is what people want to do, actually. And I like great ideas, and I like when people have passion, because then it's just pleasure, and it's so easy to work with these people, and it just goes alone, then doesn't matter. I need to just see, and we have to both see if there is a chemistry, if we can work together, if that will be, good for both sides, and then let's go, let's do it.
Wow. Woohoo! Reach out to Karolina, baby. Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us today, Karolina. I think we're about ready to wrap up, so I want to say thank you very much. Are you going to come back and join us again later on? Because we're having sort of like rolling guests, so I'm sure we'd like to. I really want you to come back and talk to us more about project management, because every time we get into a conversation, I try to pick your brains about project management.
Yes.
You know why? It's because I am completely disorganized. I'm about the opposite of a project warrior. I am hopeless.
For me, it's like something that I was, I think, born with. And for me, is I think that everybody has it. Then, if you ask me,
I was definitely born without it, darling.
I am going to be the first one who's going to reach out to you, Karolina.
Excellent.
Because my business is a little bit chaos.
Excellent. I love chaos, like Mary Kondo, like.
You'll definitely like. You'll definitely like Jang's chaos. Jang's so chaotic that I'm the one bringing organisation.
I need that help. I need that kind of help, because I'm too much with the flow. In business, I need to have structure, and to follow, and also keep doing the thing. Gail know me, and else, all the time with the flow. It's nice to be like me. That's also the gift, so it's a gift.
Definitely.
That people to and they have they have no joy and happiness in their life. But it's a weak point, and to be honest, in my business, in my company, that all the time with the flow, it's also not move you so much forward.
Yes.
So definitely we need a passionate person.
Combine the structure and the flow.
For me, the most important is that you have your goal, and you have kind of plan where do you go, and you frequently check if you are there, if you need to adjust something. But as well, when you have like a business companion, a business accountability partner who is checking up on you and asking you difficult questions, then it is helpful. Believe me, it is helpful.
So Karolina, going to kick your ass.
Kind of with a lot of charm and compassion and with a little bit of
I love it. So Gail, we need Karolina in our lives.
I think we definitely need a bit of Karolina in our lives. Definitely. we need a cat herder, really, don't we? To be honest, because I get shiny object syndrome. I have to be honest. I start with something and then I'm like, "Ooh, that looks good." I completely forget what I was doing.
That's your creative coming out, and that's okay.
Okay.
Sometimes I have to be pulled back in and say, "Do you not want to finish that first?"
Like we all, believe me, like we all.
Right, my dears.
Fantastic.
So
Yeah,
we're about at that time. So Karolina, we can get hold of on LinkedIn. And that's the best place to get hold of Karolina. So anybody who is in need of a project warrior, come cat herder, all round organizational genie. I'll be honest, Karolina is very, very strong on getting you to do things you don't want to do and making you feel as though you want to do them at the same time. That's magic. That is magic.
Be prepared before you hire her. She's going to kick your ass.
With a charm.
That is a good sign.
Definite charm.
Yeah.
All right, my lovelies. So Jang and I will be back on Wednesday next week at the same time, and Karolina will be back to join us at some point.
Yes.
So
when I will have some nice updates for you.
Thank you so much, Karolina.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
I love your class.
And I'm going to play us out.
All right, we're going to
we're off.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free.
I'm still here.